Thursday afternoon, which means we're doing our HubLive at the Smart Hub. And today I'm really happy to have Wendy in the hot seat next to me. How's your week been, Wendy?
Yeah, it's been really great. Thanks, Courtney.
That's good. And we'll just wait for a few people to join the conversation and start talking about our topic today. So I guess as a bit of an introduction, Wendy, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your business, and I guess how you become a Smart Hub member?
It was quite a journey, really, but so I got into business about 2 years ago. I started on this journey with Business with Diamond, really looking at how to help tradies with all of their immense amount of paperwork. And over the last 2 years, we've discovered a lot, and I'll take you down that journey shortly as to what we've had to do and where we're at. But construction industry is such a great big minefield of paperwork, not just from the QBCC, from workplace health and safety, your taxes, your paper, all your finances. It takes somebody a very long time to do all these things, and we found the tradies just didn't want to do it, often didn't know how to do it, or did it the hard way. So we've spent the last nearly 2 years developing our business and working hard on that. So I'll talk more about that shortly.
Yeah, excellent. That's great. So you're solving a real problem that you've identified, being, I guess, close to the industry as well, or having a partner that works in the industry. It's been something that obviously him and his staff have to deal with on a day-to-day basis when they go out on a job site. So
yeah, absolutely. So I used to give them a whole heap of paperwork to take with them. That paperwork used to get lost.
Yep, dirty,
torn, not filled in,
yep.
Covered in paint.
Yep.
So yeah, it was really not working. So we had to find a better way. We did a lot of talking to other tradies and found that they were in a similar sort of situation. It is a big pain point.
Yes.
So we really had to, do something about it, and not
only take the opportunity.
Benefits, but I was sick of working nights and weekends. So
yes.
I wanted to do something different.
For sure, make your processes more efficiency, and obviously using technology is a great way to do that. So I will talk to our viewers about where, if you've been following our Hub Lives for the last few weeks, we're working our way through this diagram, which talks about the elements that we need to create a successful business. So we've covered some marketing tips and tricks, as well as we're moving into our sales and service delivery. So the big thing, I guess, is identifying the difference between marketing and sales as well. And we've been interviewing some of our members, people from our business community, our mentors, to sort of speak to them about how they use different sales strategies and how they ensure that they're offering service, really exceptional service delivery in their business. So Wendy, I'd like to ask you how you guys at Business with Diamond and Project One, what things you value with sales and customer service delivery.
Yeah, look, I really want to take you and everybody out there on a bit of a journey. Courtney's been with me through this entire journey since we started here at the Smart Hub. So we've had to pivot a lot. We now have Project One Safety.online almost ready to rock and roll, and that's a safety app that is really going to take our tradies to the next level with their safety and help the little guy compete with the big guy out there. So they're not overwhelmed by the safety requirements. And it's just one part of the overall big scheme of things that we've had to pull out, I guess, and digest a little bit and know more about, so that we could really help the tradie with something that was really urgent, that they really needed. So on that journey, 18 months ago or so, Courtney twisted my arm.
That's
literally.
Right. At a start, was it? No, I think it was a lunch and learn first, and then I got her to sign up for a startup weekend that was happening that weekend.
Yeah.
And I basically didn't let her leave the room without registering. So
she didn't.
But it was, one of the best things you've ever done. You wouldn't have probably been here today, and in the situation that you are without joining our community. So.
Look, that startup weekend, and I would highly recommend it to anybody else out there who is either in business, thinking of changing their business, or thinking about going into business. If you have the opportunity, get started in the startup weekend. So our journey really started with that startup weekend, and what we learnt during that time, Courtney, was a lot about research, because our product isn't like selling a pair of shoes or an ice cream.
It's quite a niche market.
It's a niche market, but it's complex.
Yes.
People know that they need their safety documents, but they don't often know what they need. And it goes in the too hard basket more often than not. Under the rug, sweep it under there. We don't really need it, do we? Let's hope like hell nothing ever happens.
Until they have a compliance audit or something. Or something goes wrong. Yeah.
So we started after the Smart Hub weekend with a lot of research. We did some more research. We pivoted a little bit. We pivoted some more, and we did some more research. Because we soon decided that we can't provide good sales and deliver a great system if we didn't really know what our customers wanted. No customers, no business. Money. I go back to working for somebody else. Yeah. I don't do that so well. So we did more research and really come up with who we were selling our product to, what they wanted, where they wanted to get it, when they wanted it, why they wanted it, and how they wanted it. And those were 6 really key components that I've now been putting together into Project One Safety Online. So, and it seems like a long journey, and it seems frustratingly slow, Courtney. I don't know, you probably get sick of me going, yeah, we're plugging through
where we're at, we're nearly there. No, but I think that's, I mean, other people in startup or any businesses can sort of really relate to that situation. But I think the excellent part about what you're doing is you are taking that time to actually know who your customer is, because for you to actually make sales and get traction, you need to be offering them something that they want to buy, that they want to pay for. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we had to figure out how to do it, and that has been the hardest part about Project One. We also found in our research, Courtney, there was a lot of other influences that influenced what the tradie wanted as far as safety goes. Yep. There are principal contractors out there who say, yeah, I want this. There's another principal contractor out there who says, I want that. So we've had to take all of that, not only what our customer thinks they need, but what our principal contractors think that they want as well, say that they want. So we've really had to take that into account. Also in what workplace health and safety wanted as well. So there's a big distance between what workplace health and safety need and what the principal contractors wanted as well. Yeah. And then there's the little tradie. You know, they are great tradies. They're fantastic with their hands, whether it be painters or plasterers or brickies, whoever it might be. You know, they do great jobs, but paperwork is not why they got into business. So we really had to look at that when we were designing stuff. So yeah, excellent.
And so I guess probably with the work that you do with Business with Diamonds, so you Project One is obviously your software development that you're working on, so that you can create this tool that's really user friendly. It's very comprehensive. It's, you know, something that can be accessible on, you know, devices out on the work site. But you also obviously have another side to your business, which is, you know, the everyday work that's happening, and how do you, I guess, attract sales and ensure that you're offering really good customer service delivery in what you do, because those elements apply to any type of business.
Oh, absolutely. And look, you know, when we started in safety with construction, you know, I've also now looked at, you know, helping hairdressers and things as well with their safety. But it's really about talking to my customer, getting to know what they really want, not forcing something upon them that they actually don't actually understand or don't know how to use, and not overwhelming them, because in safety you can be easily overwhelmed with many forms and things like that, that a lot of them, yes, you do need, but they don't understand how to need them. So I've had to start to educate my clients from the beginning, you know, and tease out from them what they know about safety already, and then build on that. So, you know, most of my clients will say, oh, I need this, I'll do that for them. And during that process, we'll have a conversation about what else they may need. Are they trying to grow their business? Have they got staff on board? And just talking about that process for safety, a step at a time. There's no point in just throwing all the stuff at somebody.
It becomes really overwhelming.
They throw it in the back of their truck, and that's where it stays.
Too hard basket.
Back in the too hard basket real quick. So we really wanted to make sure that we're not doing that. You know, my partner's a tradie. He's a painter. So as you know, you've met Rob, and his favourite thing is not paperwork. So I've really developed this for Rob, for someone who, you know, wants to jump out of the vehicle and get started with their job. I want my tradies who are using Business with Diamond at the moment with their paperwork side of it to be able to do that. It's quick, it's easy, it's tick and flick. File it away, it's done. Let's not worry about that anymore.
Excellent. I would also like to have a shout out to Gideon, who's watching today. Hey Gideon, hope you're having a good day. And well, that's exactly right. You've identified the reason. You really just need to know your customer, and if you're offering a product that's going to solve their problem, the product pretty much sells itself.
Oh, absolutely.
You're not having to do a hard push and a hard sell. And I guess it's that constant contact that you're in. Like you said, you're educating your customers as you go. You're identifying what other things that you might be able to offer, or how you can keep adding to your product as well to satisfy their requirements and what their needs are. So, and really solve those pain points for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know when I've done something for my client and they pay the bill, and that's all fantastic. And then within a day or an hour or so of that happening, they often give me a ring and say, hey, you know how you were talking about, can we put that into action? So it is often a constant thing that, we do keep working with them on it. I don't just kick them out the door and say thanks very much. So even, might see a tender or something come up, and I'll have a look at the tender documents required, and I'll see which one of my clients might need some extra documents for that. So, quick friendly email to say hi and make sure they've got everything for it. So.
Excellent. And so do you use, you obviously mentioned email, is that what you find is the best way to keep in touch with your customers? Do you have any other sort of way that you find is really effective communication that you use, and any technology tools?
Look, Courtney, I have loads of tools.
Got lots of bags of tricks.
I love my technology, and look, our own platform, our Projects One Safety Online, has its own messaging system involved in it.
Fantastic, yeah.
So that can help, but it really depends on the actual tradie. I know my clients quite well. Is the wife there at the computer, able to answer any questions, or read my emails? Is she going? Or is it a sole tradie who doesn't have that backup of the admin in the office, and they just want a text message? Or they want to call after work on a rainy day. Phone
so you can identify when
so
they've actually got time to be in the office and responding to calls and messages, and that's perfect. And I guess I agree. I think text message is sometimes even better than phone call, just because if tradies are actually working on a site, they're not probably going to answer their phone if it rings anyway. So, and at least if it's something they do at the end of the day when they clock off at 4 or whenever it is, it's sort of, oh, okay. And if I've got time, I'll call her now, or I'll message her back and tell her, oh, can we meet up and discuss? Yeah. So that's really good. So we've actually got a question from one of our viewers today. So if someone with a tradie background is thinking of starting their own small business, what would you recommend they do first?
Oh, look, the first thing is to come to the Smart Hub.
Yes.
Come and talk to these lovely ladies and get yourself a membership. Join a startup weekend or something like that.
Yeah, we've actually got one coming up in July. So
awesome.
We will start advertising that soon, but it'll be the 19th, 20th and 21st of July. So save the date, and we will be giving you more information about a startup weekend as well and what's involved. But it's a very... I guess it's one of those things, it's a long commitment, but it's worthwhile. So what you put into it is what you get out of it as well, and you meet some fantastic people. We have mentors, we have obviously people that have been involved in startup weekends before that can join teams and hop in when they need to, and just offer any advice and support that they can. So that's an excellent suggestion. And Smart Hub membership. I guess we can talk a little bit more about that, because we have different levels of membership. So if you do have a side job, and that this is a full-time job, and this is your side project, then obviously it's something that you can come in part-time and work as 1 day a week out of the Smart Hub as part of your monthly membership, just so that you can really focus on your project and also make the great connections that you do in the space and get the support from our team. So that's, is there anything, I guess, probably specific to a tradie background that this person's asking about that you might be able to give us some knowledge?
Yeah, look, and not to put anybody off starting their own business, it is a minefield. Do your research, talk to other tradies first. And look, my door is always open. If you want to come and talk to me about it, I'm here. I'm one of those ones that's here about 38, 40, 60 hours a week sometimes. And it's really important that you do your research, find your points of difference about your business and how you can stand out. We did our research. There's some 80 painters between here and Yeppoon that we have to compete with. It's a lot, but we do really, really well. There's a lot of work out there, and there's plenty of work for everybody, but you need to know your business before you get started.
Excellent advice.
So
perfect. Well, we might finish up there today if you're happy, Wendy. Is
Yeah,
there anything
that's
else that you'd like to share?
Oh, look, just if you're interested in knowing more about my website, it's www.projects1safety.online. There's no .com or anything, it's .online.
Excellent.
At the moment. Feel free to pop into the Smart Hub or come and see me. Yeah,
excellent.
around.
And I guess once you're once you launch as well, so that'll be something that you'd be really keen for people to sort of keep an eye on if you're a tradie and you're watching, or maybe you're the wife at home that's dealing with all this paperwork that wants to know more about Wendy's app, so that everyone can save time and be compliant. So it's really important.
Sweeping that safety under the carpet.
Yeah, it's very important.
It's really important. And I'd really like to just take a quick sec, Court, if that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And send our condolences to the families that were destroyed during the collapse of all the scaffolding down in Sydney during the week.
Yes.
That is absolutely awful, and it just sent everybody reeling in the tradie business. It is that quick that
These things happen.
a life can be taken away. So we all want you to be safe out there. We don't want any more tragedies, and unfortunately they do happen way too often. We don't see all the tragedies come through the news like we should. And we want to send our thoughts with those families that were in Sydney.
For sure.
Thanks, Courtney.
Thanks, Wendy.
Appreciate your time. And
Thank you.
thanks to all the Smart Hub.
And look forward to seeing you watching next week.